fair? Like, brother, this is a kid who fucking Tommy changed my entire life.
Okay,
Like,
so again, that's what I wish you would have just said is like, he changed my life. I can't go against him. I don't know what to do. And that's more
that's not what I'm
respectable.
saying. I'm not saying I can't go against him because that's not true. If I found out that you were a fucking pedophile touching little kids tomorrow, I would never
Yes,
speak to you
yes. And
again, and
I
I
would
would
want to be
outspoken you
publicly
about your
executed if that was the
flag.
fucking thing. Yes, I
I
agree.
wouldn't associate with you. That's
Yes.
So around September 14th and 15th, keep in mind, all this information is coming out fast, but pretty much Faze Rain said on a live stream that he was leaving Faze, and the main reason he was leaving Faze was because there was an alleged pedo within the organization. I don't know if it was a lot of people, but some people did think that Banks was the person he was referring to as being the alleged pedo. Banks quickly responded with this video that I'm going to play here in a bit.
First thing I'm going to say in this video is I'm not a pedophile. Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out. Video over. Peace out. No. This is definitely not funny. This is definitely not going to be like a super lighthearted video. And yeah, I'm sitting in a hotel room right now in New York City. I left Faze a month ago and quit the internet a month ago. And for whatever reason, I keep getting dragged back into this shit. It's like it's by fucking destiny or where I'm supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. It's fucking retarded. But yeah, I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm a pedophile, being accused that I'm a pedophile, being tagged in this clip from Faze Rain on Fearbuck, talking about there's a pedophile at Faze, and I talked about it, and these are all the reasons why I don't like Faze and why I got fucked over by Faze and how I feel, whatever, and I'm gonna get into all that. But the first thing that needs to be addressed is obviously this pedophile shit. It's a very heavy accusation. It's a life-shattering, life-altering accusation, and that's why it's so heavy, and that's why this is the first time that I'm speaking about it. I have to speak about it now because there's no fucking shot I'm going outside like that. I'm not getting labeled any kind of predator, pedophile. Not me. Miss me with that shit. And I'm definitely going to talk about this and talk about the series of events that have unfolded to this point from my POV. So let's just get into it. Got a phone call about a year ago from Faze Rain, or a text rather. He's kind of going off just about all the reasons why he's upset with Faze, hates Faze, doesn't fuck with Faze, because it's just been a long process, obviously, guys. We've been doing this, and there's a lot. It's very, very complicated, but whatever. Rain's going off about how Faze has slighted him, and he brings up that somebody's a pedophile, and nobody gives a fuck, and nobody wants to talk about it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Call him. He's like, Banks, don't fucking play dumb. We talked about this before. I'm like, Norton, pause. You're saying that Faze Temperrr is a pedophile, which that is who he's talking about in the clip. And there's a story, and we're going to get into it. I'm like, whoa, that's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this Faze shit with. I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him, and I'm calling Apex, because apparently this is something Apex is aware of as well. Norton and Tommy, or Norton and Apex are the closest on the team. So obviously, if Norton's going to talk to anybody about anything and be transparent, it's Apex. So I patched Tommy and Apex in the call immediately, and we sit on this phone call and we talk for a long time. We were on the phone probably for at least an hour, maybe even fucking 2 hours on the phone talking about this. And Tommy's first initial knee-jerk reaction to all this shit was, what the fuck are you talking about? Norton, no, this is not what the conversation was like. You're misremembering, you're misinterpreting. Obviously, Rain is coming back, standing firm on the fact that, no, you did say this. I do believe that you did this, whatever. And there's a conversation that happened between Norton and Faze Temperrr years ago. This conversation that I'm describing on the phone with Apex, Tommy, Rain, and Apex, Tommy, Rain, and myself, obviously. Sorry, I'm fried. I literally just woke up. I'm doing one video and I'm putting this shit out there, and Rain can talk about all the details of it. Apex can respond, Tommy, whatever. So this conversation I'm describing to you guys is a phone call from a year ago, but Tommy and Faze Rain had a conversation between themselves years ago. I might be misremembering it, but I think it was 3-4 years ago they talked about this, and that's how long these guys have been sitting on that for. So this gets brought up years later. It's obviously a very heavy accusation. Yeah, what can you do in that situation? The way we left that phone call off was, let's get to the bottom of this, let's handle it. I mean, Rain's talking about making videos, Rain's talking about this, and nobody's telling him not to. I mean, obviously, Tommy's like, bro, this isn't true, you're gonna fucking ruin my life. Tommy, for the record, is married, lives in the Midwest, has a kid, and is pretty much more or less off this internet shit. So, you know, the implications, the ramifications rather, this has on his life, it's life-shattering, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked. And I don't, for the record, also, I don't necessarily have any reason to believe that Tommy is a predator, pedophile. If that were the case, I wouldn't be following him. He would not be my homie. I would have spoken about this to some degree or handled it to some degree to a point where I was satisfied with the result. But this was a thing between Norton and Tommy, and Tommy's response was, "You're bugging, you're tripping. This is not true." Tommy at this point is obviously going to have to make some sort of response and clarify, what this is. I'm curious to see Apex's side of this shit too, because I remember vividly him on the call, like, this is the first time hearing about it too. I'm talking to him on the side, like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just as confused as I am, and just as obviously concerned as I am. And yeah, I mean, what else can you do? Like, we're on this call, and the way it left off was, let's get to the bottom of it. And we just never followed up. I don't think we ever, I think that's the last, as sad as it is, last phone call that us four were on together. Yeah, I mean, this Faze, I don't agree with a lot of the shit's Rain's done and said, and I've been very vocal to him about that as well. And I'm sure he feels the same way about me in reverse. But this whole pedophile shit, this is as heavy as it gets, and this is as life-shattering as it gets. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I had to make this fucking video. No fucking shot. One tweet is too many. I got 100 people in my mentions like, yo, you a pedophile, dog? Nah, no shot. Not about to just like stay quiet. I've been too quiet for too long also, and I'm about to start barking up too. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave this off. Fuck.
So as you can see, Banks says he's not the one that Rain was talking about, but Temperrr. And to have it more clear that it was Temperrr, Rain then confirmed it himself in this video here.
This dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I had a threesome with two 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what? Like, how could you tell me that after I'm telling you the 3 rules I have to why I'll never have your back as a friend? On my mother's heartbeat, that's what he said. He looked me in the eyes and he said that. I told Banks and I told Apex immediately. I even told Lee Trink. I have text with fucking Lee Trink from then. It was right before everything fucking blew up with the SPAC and Faze went public and whatnot. And he dropped me off home and we haven't talked since. That's why you guys are always like, bro, why don't you play CS with him? Why don't you play this with him? I don't want to say it, bro. I feel fucking bad. I feel bad. I know it's wrong. I know what he did is wrong, but I just hope people can understand like what it's like to have somebody you've known for half your life that you love, that you hope that your kids would have been friends and shit like that. Like, I don't know. It made me sad, bro. It broke my fucking heart. I didn't even want to bring this up, Banks. I did it. I didn't even want to bring your name up in this, bro, but you made that video. I don't know if we're about to watch it in a little bit, but it's just, you lied in that video. You're making shit up. Bro, even that tweet that you posted under, I screenshotted in case you deleted because I just don't trust you, bro. And I don't trust what you said there. You said some bullshit at the end of that tweet. What'd you say? You said, here, I'll pull it up here. Like you said, call concluded and Tommy didn't admit to it. Yes, he did. And you called me and you said, bro, this is so fucking bad. This is so fucking bad. He said he's going to kill himself if this shit ever comes out. And that's why I feel extra fucking bad, bro. That's why I feel extra fucking bad. You told me he would kill himself if it came out. And you guilted me into not doing it. You guilted me into not saying it because you're like, if he kills himself, that's going to be on you. And you made me feel horrible for that. So I don't know what the fuck to do, bro. And I had an epiphany yesterday. I'm like, bro, why have I been holding this information for this guy for 2 years? But I know he doesn't give a fuck about me. He doesn't give a fuck about anything that happened. It's just I felt bad. Why do I always feel so bad for people, bro?
Temperrr then responded with 1 but 2 videos that I'm going to play, but he was pretty much saying how everyone has different events of what happened and that he didn't know the girl's age.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this and to that my name is in the same breath as the word pedophile is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing from what you called me. And I will never be that person. It's so mind-blowing that someone that I really built a brotherhood with, someone that I really considered a brother, that I invited to my baby shower, that I always looked after and took care. And then when you were going through your darkest days, I was there for you and I was making sure that you were good. When you were in a wheelchair for 2 years and like I was so gutted at the fact that like you couldn't walk again. And then all of a sudden you were able to walk again. And I was the happiest person in the room. There wasn't a single soul that was happier for you than me. Brother, I have known you since you were 14 years old, talking to me about when you were suicidal in these Skype chats, and I was there for you then. And I've been there for you this whole time. You talked about how I rated you the other day, even though when you first brought this up a year ago, and I believe that you brought it up just for money purposes, that you wanted money out of Faze. Like you stated that a year ago in the conversation with me, Banks and Apex. You stated if you don't get paid that, you're going to air this out. That is blackmail. This is not like, you know who I am. You know the type of person I am. I am not what you called me. I'm fucking gutted, bro. And I'm pissed that you even put my name in that light, because now all I care about is my family, bro. Like my biggest concern is my family, my wife and my kid. Now my kid has to grow up and see this, then see that his father is in the same, that my name is in the same light as what you just called me. It's fuck. This is the last time I'm going to speak of this. My private life is being aired out for public entertainment, and I'm being forced into an impossible situation. So now, one day my children are going to see this video, and they're going to know about, you know, sexual experiences and the type of person that I was before I met their mother. And let's just start at the top. So a lot of what Norton was saying of the type of person that I was is true. Not all of it. I was a reckless kid. I was very misguided. I was in and out of relationships. And I didn't know any better, right? And so one day, I met Emma, and Emma was the love of my life. Like this, I fell in love with this girl, and I wanted to marry this girl, and I never had wanted to marry anybody before that. I never wanted to get married. And I was just blown away. So this is the girl that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. But because of all the baggage that I had and all the shit that I went through and just the person that I was, I pushed her away. You know, she did not want to be with me, and she ended things, and that broke me and sent me into a dark, dark place. Soon after that, I was just that lost soul again, going to parties, partying, and just being a fool. And then one day I go to New York, and I go to this club that's 21 plus, and I link up with a buddy there, and he invites a couple girls, and I end up going back with these girls. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17, and that's the age of consent in New York. But regardless, I was sick to my stomach. It was just extremely uncomfortable knowing that and thinking about the situation. And that was it. And so shortly after that, or however long after that, Emma and I got back together, and you know, I was fully working on myself and becoming a better man and doing what I have to do to heal myself and heal like all the trauma that I had, and just work on myself on being a better man. And you know, not too long after that, I proposed. And a few months later, we found out she's pregnant, and now I realize I have a child on the way, so I have to put my self-growth in overdrive, because my child does not deserve to live a life where he picks up the bad habits that I had growing up. And so the last few years of my life have been on super fixated on just becoming a better man, husband, and father. That's been my number one focus, and it's something that I needed for myself. And you know, I wish that I started earlier. I wish that I didn't put the love of my life through all the things that I put her through, and you know, and then that was it. And so this allegation of me being called a pedophile is fucking insane. Anybody that knows me knows I am not a pedophile or even anything close to that, including Norton himself. So this is something that is going to follow me around forever. And it's just sick because people on the internet will take things and twist it into something that it isn't, and just keep running with it. And now I just have to deal with the repercussions, you know. And so that's the unfortunate part about this reality. But that's it. I mean, there was nothing else to it than that. And yeah.
I'm going to say about the Tommy situation because he made a video confirming it, but the details did get switched a little bit because originally it was two 16-year-olds and it was a 17-year-old and one was watching, and now a 17-year-old and he didn't know her age. If you didn't know her age and you said that to us at least once, we wouldn't be here, bro. I would not have treated it the same way if you said you didn't know, because that changes everything. But you never said that, not once. Literally not fucking once. This is news to me that you didn't know, okay? And I'm not trying to make it about myself in any way, shape, or form. By the fucking way. I don't want anything out of this. I fucking love my life. It has bothered me for so long because that shit fucked me up. I left the team over because I said I'm not going to be the same team with someone who did shit like that. Because I have 3 rules. If I'm your friend, bro, I got your back no matter fucking what, bro. Except if you do 3 things. And it's very simple. No grape. No pedo shit. No animal abuse. And I got your back for fucking life, bro. I got your fucking back for life. Just don't do none of that weird shit. And I got you, bro. I'll always be there for you no matter what, thick and thin, bro. But he didn't. And as soon as I tell him that, he proceeds to tell me one of the forbidden rules that he broke. The fuck? Why would you even tell me that? So again, it fucked me up for a while. So I tried to get him to step down. I said I would not be on the same team as somebody who does shit like that. And then shit did not sit right with me. So then a little bit less than a year later, I brought it up again. And then I get put in an ultimatum that he's going to off himself if I say anything. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then another year goes by, and I'm still feeling like shit every single day about it. So I'm like, bro, I can't fucking take this shit no more. It's not fair to me. It's not fair for me to feel this way. It's definitely not fucking fair to the victims. So again, I'm not trying to make it about me, even though I know me saying it's not fair to me makes it sound like it's about me. But I don't mean it like that. I just mean like I don't like living with that information. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you want to be malicious about it, you want to assume I have bad intent, ill intent, go fucking ahead. I could give a fuck less. This is the internet. Half of you guys fucking have 15 IQ. I could give a fuck less. Like, people still run on that fucking drugs, when I was a fucking pussy and trying to kill myself, acting like I enjoy recreational drug use. You're an idiot. I don't even fucking like weed. I just like caffeine and nicotine. I don't like anything else, bro. Everything else is too fucking much for me. I don't even fucking drink alcohol. You guys are all always going for that shit because you have nothing on me, bro. In the last, well, I've missed one day in the last like 800 days at the gym. I work out every single day. I take care of my dogs every single day. I fucking stream every single day. I work on shit every single day. Trust me, bro. I love who the fuck I am. I love everything I've overcome. I don't need no damn drugs, bro. So the fact that you guys still kind of try to push that fucking weak ass agenda shows y'all ain't got shit on me, bro. My mom, my stepdad, my sister is more proud of me now than they've ever been in their entire fucking lives. And guess what? They still fucking retired, bitch. So get the fucking work, do the same, or shut the fuck up.
So after all that, I want to know what you guys think. In my opinion, I think he probably got drunk and did it regardless of the girl being 16 or 17, or the age of consent being 16 or 17 where he stays. What he did was still weird, but that's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of the Faze situation down in the comments, and until next time, I'm signing out.